Hey everybody, welcome back to Video Game. So today I got a fun and exciting episode for you guys this evening as we're taking a look at Frontier Force by Bad Computer, a brand new fan-made game for the Sega Master System. And while we get a lot of fan games for Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, and even the Genesis, you don't hear Master System talked about all that much, but it's absolutely awesome that somebody is out there focusing on the Master System because the results they achieved here with Frontier Force are nothing short of spectacular. Might be possibly the prettiest Master System game ever to exist right now. Before we get too far involved though, do me a huge favor, go down below, hit like and subscribe and ring that notification bell, definitely helps us out. If you feel so inclined and want to support the channel, we got a Patreon link down below as well. Additionally, I will leave a link to the itch page for this game if you want to pick it up. It's $5 and it's worth every single penny. If you can't tell already, it is a single screen shmup, basically kind of feeling like a Space Invader style game. And as far as the art style is concerned, I get big Fantasy Zone vibes from this, and I wouldn't be surprised that all of Opa Opa just popped into the screen to try to shoot our character down. But honestly, it's a ton of fun just to see the Master System get some love because it does have a lot of great graphical capabilities. You'll see here in that cloud layer, you do have parallax scrolling where the clouds are moving at a different rate. Basically only 3 different layers, but it does seem like it's achieved. I'm not sure how the Master System handles that and what trickery is involved, but you have the cloud layers. There's 3 from the top to the bottom, and that really does give the screen a ton of depth. And this is going to push a lot of sprites on screen at once as well. You're going to have 3, 4, 5, even 6 enemies that you have to shoot at, if not more, and for the Master System that is quite impressive. But the best part is it doesn't matter if a game is pretty, it's got to be mechanically sound and fun, and Frontier Force absolutely is bringing that in spades. It is a very simple game to learn, but actually getting good at it is going to take some time. The mechanics are relatively deep, and it does come with a PDF manual, so if you pick it up, I can't recommend enough to go ahead and read that because the game is going to need that extra information. It does not hold your hand. You're going to have a set of weapons, 4 in total, as well as a laser or a bomb, and if you double tap left or right, you're going to dash left and right, and that's going to definitely keep you alive a lot longer. But when I say this game is hard, even on easy mode, I mean it. You have 3 lives, you have to get through the stage. If you take a continue mid-stage, you're right back to where you started, so it does have a nice difficulty. And as far as the colorways on offer are concerned, as the time of day changes, it just looks absolutely spectacular. Now you will see there I had 100 of that laser beam, and I am now down to 9. You want to save basically every attack you have, at least the more powerful ones, for the larger enemies that come up on screen. The standard infinity bomb here is just going to work for basically like 9 out of every 10 enemies you see, and then suddenly there's going to be a tornado that comes down in golden hour, and if you pay attention, it does have a pattern, and the safety is at the left and right hand side of the screens. And it's one of those things you have to pay attention to every single enemy pattern because each one is going to have a unique pattern in and of itself, and if you want to stay alive long enough to see additional levels, you're going to have to pay attention because if you hang out in the middle of the screen for too long, that tornado is absolutely going to kill you. But I really like that pattern-based recognition in a shmup, even if it is a single screen one, just understanding how all the enemies move, and because there are physics in play here, and it does have that Space Invaders vibe going on, you kind of want to lead some of your shots, especially with the enemies that move across the screen more horizontally than vertically. You have to basically just shoot ahead of them and understand the timing and pacing of those shots if you actually want to destroy them, and that is a ton of fun. But again, I just love that people are developing for something like the Master System. If you are curious, this will run on real hardware. It'll run on MiSTer FPGA like I'm playing it now, and it'll also run via software emulation, so no matter how you play your Master System games, you're going to be covered here, and I definitely can't recommend this one enough. For $5, it feels like an absolute steal, and the best part is it comes with a lot of story as well. You can tell the developer absolutely loved this project and wanted to put in as much content as well as much lore as possible. This really feels like something that could have been a retail release back in the day for the Master System. It would have been scoring 9.5 out of 10s, if not 10 out of 10s, had it actually been a retail game. And that's the highest compliment I can pay to a fan game, but it feels like something that would have come out as a retail release back in the day and been one of everyone's favorite games. You know they've done a good job. And of course, audio is one of the biggest components of any game, so go ahead and listen to the soundtrack. It is quite good. 45 seconds, I'll be right back to show you more of the game. I mean, from the sound effects to the music, it sounds great coming out of the Master System, and it's not like the Master System has the most comprehensive suite of sound hardware to deal with. Obviously, sound got a lot better in the 16-bit generation, but this sounds absolutely spectacular coming out of MiSTer FPGA, and I'm sure it'll sound great no matter how you play it, and that's always a nice thing when the soundtrack is as considered as the actual graphics and gameplay are concerned. And I really love the fact that there is that full PDF manual as well as like 8 pages. You get a ton of detail, and it really does feel like something that if you printed, you could make into an actual copy that you'd pop in a box. And I'm sure we'll see these things reproduced online for sale, hopefully from the developer himself so he gets the revenue, where you actually have a real Master System cartridge, a case, as well as a manual. But you'll see there I died very quickly. If you just don't pay attention in this game, you're going to run out of your lives very quickly, and you get 3 per continue, and that is it. So I appreciate the fact that you can't just kind of credit feed this thing and just see the ending in 20-30 minutes or however long it takes, and then basically feel like you've seen everything. If you haven't noticed, there are those FF hearts floating in the sky. Kind of feel like the big ships and Space Invaders, definitely vibed like that, and you want to destroy each and every one of those because it's either going to give you points, medals, or other power-ups you're going to want, because again, you want to save all of those higher test weapons for later in the game. You're going to see you have a fireball attack, you have a missile, as well as another one. I'll let you discover that. And then you have 1 bomb per continue as well. That's something you don't want to use unless you have a massive enemy on screen or you know you're going to die and you basically want to save yourself. Treat it like a bomb in any sort of shmup or bullet hell shmup, and it'll definitely behoove you. And I love these enemies here as well. They explode on their own, but if you shoot them, they release suicide bullets, and you'll see that one right there definitely caught me. Sometimes the best thing to do in this game is to actually hide from the enemies. Sure, you want to maximize your score and try to get that high score up because you will see that star ranking in the top right hand corner, but staying alive is more important than your score. If you're going to end up taking a continue, it's basically going to reset. You'll see there with the dashing, definitely something you want to use, but don't dash too much because if there's multiple projectiles on screen at once, it's as easy to dash into a death as it is to dash away from one. And sometimes, like I said, just use the corners of the screen. They can be relatively safe zones, like right here, destroy one of those little bombs and then the rest of them are just going to fire off and you're not going to actually be able to be hit by them. But there's something about the colors in this game, really that's what I gravitate towards the most. Obviously, if you don't know, I am a filmmaker for a living, so the visual medium and color usage is definitely something I always take a look at, and I will say this looks absolutely stunning. But I'm going to do another soundtrack sample of the actual intro right now because it is a different track and it is my favorite in the game. 35 seconds, I'll be back with a little bit more of Frontier Force and I'll close out the video. But enjoy. Honestly, all the music in this game is spectacular, and really when I think about the game as a sum total, I can't really think of anything I would improve. I love the difficulty, I love all of the sprite design, I absolutely love the colors chosen for all of the backgrounds. Seeing the parallax scrolling on Master System definitely does it for me as well. This game just really feels like it had a ton of love and effort put into it, because I'm sure it did, and honestly, for $5 you can't go wrong buying something like this, even if you just want to play it for 10 minutes and support developers like this that are bringing fun new experiences to classic consoles. Honestly, I think this could have been a $10 game all day long and twice on Sundays. But this is just another awesome video to take a look at because I love these new games, and Sega especially seems to be getting so much love recently with so many translations, fan games, ports to different consoles, even the Master System's involved now because we've had new Genesis games, a ton of Sega Saturn developments, new Dreamcast games in the form of Grand Theft Auto, and the Master System didn't want to be left out, and Frontier Force fills that hole as far as Master System love is concerned. Leave me a comment down below and tell me, did you play Master System back in the day or did you come to it later in life? I never knew anyone who owned one. I only got a Master System probably in like the mid 2000s. One of those things I always knew it existed but never actually checked it out. But short of that, we're done. If you want to grab the game, the link's in the description below, but I'll see you guys next time, and trust me, you want to play this one. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye bye.